Welcome to Chaitan's house, where whispers chill the air. Walls bleed memories of shadows and sorrows thrown lays bare. An outcast in his own skin, lonely guardian of despair. Heartbeats with cursed pulse in a shell of darkened care. Step inside the haunted realm, where nightmares take their form. Behind each creaking door lies a tale of endless storm. Ghosts dance in hollowed halls with silence as their song.
Welcome, everybody, and gotta fix that real quick. But welcome to, of course, Open House. I know I look like shit right now because of the fucking thing. No problem with light. See the glaring light in the background, but I was trying to see if I could do it without it. But hey, and then oh shit, I zoomed out. Before we get into the cold open, I must say something about there was a passing that I just found. I just literally woke up to. The man, the myth, the legend, David Lynch, passed away today. He, of course, was one of my most inspirational directors in terms of like his style of filmmaking. He made, of course, Twin Peaks. He made Mulholland Drive, Lost Highway, some of those examples right there. Those are my personal favorites of his. It was not a good thing to wake up and see one of your favorite directors of all time pass away. So may David Lynch rest in peace. And my condolences to the friends and family of David Lynch. So, with that, we are going to get into the cold open because there's a lot to talk about. First off, we're going to cut through some stuff. We're going to talk about a few things. One, open house next week will be on Wednesday instead of Thursday because I will be attending TNA Impact at the Bowie Center both on Thursday and Friday of that week. So you'll be seeing me there instead of here. Now, open house or the house files the following week will be Thursday afterwards. Hey, Tom, how you doing? So open house is regularly Thursdays, but that will be going on. Now, also, I will also say that my scheduling starting in February may be a little murky. I'm going to try to keep available for the popcorn panel and open house, but if I have to pick between one or the other, I'm gonna have to maybe have open house take a little vacay. I don't know yet, but yeah. So next week will be the next episode open house. In terms of that, it will just be Wednesday, and it'll be the Q&A episode. So there you go. Also, I will be interviewed by Mr. David 3000. And it'll be premiering on his Tonight Show, Late Night with the Devil ripoff, and all that good stuff. That will be coming out on Friday. So that's really it regarding that. You Season 4 has a release date in April, I think April 26th. So excited for that. And, of course, we got Until Dawn trail. And, of course, we got a little thing called Switch 2 announcement. I'm waiting to hear more about it before I pass full judgment on it. So, cold open. So, I was debating on what to do with the cold open because the cold opens for the next few weeks are going to be pretty much covered. But this week, I was like, what am I going to do, right? What am I going to talk about? Well, I've been waiting on a certain video to come out. Hey, MK, and hello, Tom. How are you doing? I've been waiting for a certain video to come out. And and it's a video that I've been very much looking forward to. Oh, I concur, Tom. I'm not gonna fucking deny that. Let's see, where is it? There it is. Okay, just for when I react. All right. Anyway, there was a certain video I was waiting on by one wrestling otaku. Now I don't have an issue with otaku, nor do I hate the guy. I think he's a little weird and creepy and all that other stuff. But at least he admitted he's a pervert. Anywho, I have no issue with him. I miss the old days when he would just bitch about women. That was the only time I found him entertaining. That's not me shit talking him. I just don't find his wrestling takes that interesting. I am allowed to have that opinion. I think he didn't even like my my old intro back in the day. One of the very few who did. But anywho, hello, Vampster, and thank you for showing up on the Dorks podcast earlier. Every Thursday morning, I'll be when we're live. Anywho, so he does a video, the only video that gets him any views, of course, and that's a fact, is his reasons why women are trash video. Well, he made a new one. Apparently, I was afraid that he wasn't going to release it because his apparently his phone died. He has very low quality, which by looking at the video, I honestly don't see really that much of a difference. He wasn't really known for a quality type person. Granted, this is a guy who's behind a horrible green screen with the light glaring like I'm fucking J.J. Abrams. But nonetheless, and I just look like I just woke up, which I did. But yeah, he did his yearly video where he talked about that. And I'm going to give an honest critique. I'm not going to really bash him all that much. I'm not going to make fun of him. I'm going to be open, critical, and all that other stuff. And we'll see what happens. But this is a reaction to his video. So let's go to his channel. Now also, little backstory. Me and him had issues for about almost 5 years. Back and forth, on and on. As far as I know, we have our opinions of each other. And, that's it. But he did lose his channel. I think he had like 2K subscribers. Or 3. I can't remember. He had a decent amount. He even got monetized for a little bit. Then that went away. And his channel got taken down. Now, he made a video back in May where he said that he deserves to get 10,000 subscribers. And he said that if he doesn't get 10,000 subscribers by one calendar year, which would have been May of last year to May of this year, he will leave YouTube. Now, a lot of us have said that. I've said that. We've all said we're going to leave YouTube. We don't. So do I believe he's going to leave? No. But, it will be interesting because you will see right here that he is nowhere near 10,000 subscribers. And I'm going to be honest, of all the people that deserve to get 10,000 subscribers that haven't gotten there yet, that should, I can name a few people. I can name Brandon Martin, Jordy Scow, even the Network 3000. And this is prior to me even coming on. So a lot of people deserve to get that part more than him because they put in the work effort and all that stuff, and they don't have to do the not clickbait, but I wouldn't really call him like clickbait. I would more call him shit. What would I call him? Desperate for views, desperate for clicks. And hell, this is the only time I really pay attention to him. So hey, at least he even got me going. With this. So all right, so let's go to his channel. So we'll give him some promotion right here. So that is, of course, the Wrestling Otaku's YouTube channel. Yes, I opened the show giving my condolences to him. One of my all-time favorite directors. Him and John Carpenter and David Fincher this is probably my top 3 favorite directors of all time, if anybody wants to know. Anyway. Let me also send this link out to another group that I'm in. I will also put the link once I'm done with this video. And after I'm done reacting to this, I want everybody to know to please refrain from any pot shots at Mr. Otaku or anything like that. Leave all your opinions in the chat. If I'm being honest, can I do that? Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure they got the link. Okay, there we go. All right. Anywho, so let's watch his video. And hell, yeah, I'll say go subscribe to him. Help him get to 10,000 subs. He's not going to, but at least give him hope. So his most recent women video got about 272 views, which of course is not really compared to his other. Like he has fallen down. And this also, to be honest, this reaction is hopefully hey, Blood Falcon, how you doing? Hopefully this reaction is to give him a little bit of a boost, I guess you would say, because I like helping people. See, let me make my screen a little bit bigger, just so that way y'all can see me a little bit better. All right. So yeah, here we go. We're going to watch the Wrestling Otaku, the Great Wrestling Otaku, talk about his, in 2025, modern day women are still bad, are still trash, bad, and getting worse. Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear the video.
All right, are we live? Okay, it looks like it. So what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel, your personification.
So first off, I wanna address that the fucking wind is fucking distracting. I have fucking people doing yard work outside, so if you hear that, I do apologize. But the wind is just completely, it gets better. Like the wind doesn't become that much of an issue after a while. But yeah, the wind at the beginning, that's a great. I will also say his intro is not in here, and that's actually a good thing because I will say it's a better intro than his last intro, but his intro is. But I am glad he finally took my advice and made an intro. He'll explain, Tom. And I agree. Like now he believes, because the camera quality. Let me actually show you. This is what his video looks like when he is doing stuff from his home with this bad camera. Because apparently,
all right.
Apparently, his phone died, so he's using a different phone camera. So yeah. All right. Anyway, let's get back to it.
All right, are we live? Okay, it looks like it. So what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel, your personification of excellence on YouTube. We want to see for the best reviews wrestling. Your 3-time YWC Channel of the Year. Not that here it is officially Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. So I figure I'd go ahead and make a video while I'm out. I'm gonna try.
I'll also add that he has deleted comments in said video, in the video, which I did take a screenshot of because I actually want to read later. So I will read it later on. So yeah. Anyway,
try to make this quick because it is cold, windy. It's in the 30s, and I could feel it just standing here. And it's snow all around me, on my feet in this field that I'm in. But I figured this is a good spot to make a video. So let's go ahead and do this, shall we? Because I did promise a little while back in a post that I was going to be making this here video, and I figured now is as good a time as any while I'm out. And this camera actually works the best when I'm out and it's sunny like this. So I figured I'd go ahead and make a video here. Like I said, hopefully it won't be a long one. So, as y'all know, we are 2 weeks in to 2025, right? 2 weeks in. Like I said, January 14th. And it seems to me, looking at the grand scheme of things in this country and in the world, it seems to me like not a whole lot has changed in the 2 weeks that we're in 2025. Specifically, I'm talking about women. You see, it is 2025. And women, for the most part, largely, are still the same. They're still trash. They're is still largely garbage. Now, let me say this again because people have a tendency to not listen to me. They have a tendency to just cherry pick things that I say, and they don't pay attention. So let me just say this very clearly. When I say women of this generation are trash and are no good, I don't mean every single one of them. There are a select few good ones out there, just very few and far in between.
Then why doesn't he put like, most modern day women? Because the title is very deceptive if you really look into it. Now, I know some people also say that he's doing all this for satire. He's doing it for views. That's even Stevie Wonder could see that. But how he reacts to these comments is why I still to this day don't think it's satire. Because he gets so heated and all that. And I'll explain it when I read the comments.
It's a very, very small number. Like 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 100,000, whatever the fuck percentage. Like I say, maybe 5%, maybe a little under 5% of the population is actually halfway decent. The vast majority of the women of this generation, and when I say women of this generation, I mean obviously women, if I could give an age range between 18 and 35, somewhere around there. Maybe I'll extend it to 40. Between 18 and 40. That's what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to anybody from the older generation, from the boomer generation, or from the 20th century, whatever. I'm not referring to people in their 50s or 60s or whatever, because they're wired differently. I'm not referring to them. I'm referring very specifically to the women of this era and of this generation. So for anybody who's going to be watching this video, let it be known that is what I mean, right? So as I was saying before, just had to clarify that because a lot of people like to cherry pick shit that I say. They don't fucking listen. As I was saying.
Oh, we listen. Like you're referring to like most, not all, but you title it differently. You're talking from this generation, right? So you're referring to like your generation, my generation. I know you're older than me, but like that's why I'm getting, right. I just want to clarify that.
It is 2025, and women are largely the same. Okay, you're still manipulative. You're still superficial. You're still.
I will agree. There are girls out there that are superficial and that are fucking manipulative. I've experienced this firsthand. So I am not going to sit here and fucking deny that there are women out there that are like that. I will agree with that. But again, we'll continue.
Incredibly biased, incredibly difficult to deal with. You're still as needy and as demanding as you always have been. Clamoring around.
I sometimes like a needy woman, not like there's a fine line between needy and too needy.
Like the world owes you everything, like men owe you everything. And I find it funny how, a lot of these women out here want to talk about how they're strong, independent women, right? They talk about, I hear that quite a bit. Women around here talking, basically patting themselves on the back, talking about, oh, they're strong, independent. Oh, they're such strong, independent women. Oh, I don't need a man. Oh, they don't need a man, right? They don't need men, right? That's what they're spewing nowadays. Oh, I'm strong. I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need a man. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I just find it funny how you say these women say that they're strong and independent and they don't need a man. Well, if that's the case, then why don't you just go out and, I don't know, get an actual job? Why can't you get a real job?
Oh, well, I can't say it's for every woman, but like my girl, for example, she fucking works. She's at work right now. And she makes damn good money, I'm man enough to admit she makes more than me. Do I have an issue with that? No. Do I fucking, do I fucking, what do you call it? Am I jealous of that? No. I'm proud of her for doing the shit that she does, and the hard work that she does with her job, So, again, and trust me, I'll put it to you this way. She don't need me for the money. I'll put it that way. even though I do spoil her as much as I can.
Then why do you have to sit here and sell your ass and sell your body on OnlyFans in front of a vast majority of the people on that site, the ones who pay for that site or go on that site and fucking pay subscriptions and shit? A vast majority of the people on there are men.
See, now I used to be critical of OnlyFans back in the day. I'm not gonna fucking deny that. I used to be that way. I even said to myself, that I used to think it was borderline prostitution. But then again, all porn is fucking borderline prostitution. I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, so it was what the fuck? Interesting. Let's see. All right. Anywho, let me send a message real quick, and then we'll go continue on. But yeah, like I used to be very critical about OnlyFans, but I'll say this, I did some work with some friends of mine that did OnlyFans back in the day, and I have a better understanding for it now. Hell, my girl and I've pondered the idea of making one. Not that we will, but we pondered it. Not that we need the money. But, hey, good hustle. I respect the hustle. Especially some of the girls I know do it for the right reasons.
And I just find it funny how you claim to be strong and independent, yet you sit around and sell your ass and sell these sexually provocative pictures, photos of yourself, fucking taking your little pictures, poses and shit, and you nude photos and nasty videos and shit. And you do that shit on OnlyFans just to make a quick buck. And here's the kicker. And here's the kicker, like I said, a vast majority of their subscriber base, or the people who pay for that shit, are men. So you sit here and claim that you're strong, independent women, yet you're doing that shit. Why not go out and get an actual paying job? Why not fucking work like the rest of us? That's what I don't get. And here's another thing. They talk all the time about how they don't need men. Oh, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. But if you don't need a man, why the fuck do they bitch and moan and complain about men all the time? Like I see that a lot nowadays. You got these women who have their accounts on Facebook, for example. I see this a lot on Facebook, on groups that I'm a part of. On Facebook, on Twitter, I'm sure, on Instagram, I'm sure, on Snapchat, all these different social media sites, right? They claim that they're strong, independent women, yet you look on their timeline, literally all the fuck they do is bitch and moan and complain about what men do. Oh, men do this, men.
I'm not going to deny that there are women that do that. But again, just like with the idea of, the whole situation with this is that, men do this too. Hell, I've done this in the past, but it's usually when I'm in a fucking mood and then I get over it. Hell, I'll let you in on something. I stopped, like, there was a point in time where, like, I stopped dating. I just fucked, I just fucked. I didn't fucking, I didn't date. I just fucked. And, hell, even when I was, what do you call it? Even after my last relationship, before my current one, I almost stopped dating. I was on some dating sites and all that. I almost deleted them. Then I met my girl, and it turned out to be the best thing that happened to me. So my point is, though, is that, now, did I need a woman to survive? No. Did my girl need a man to survive? No. But it was just the idea that we just found each other and everything worked out, See, so Sloppy says, so is otaku a woman since he's going like a woman? I don't know, let me actually, well, I can't do it right now because I'm on my channel, so I can't do the poll real quick, but I'll put it at the end.
And do that. Oh my God, men are useless. Oh, I don't need a man for this. Oh, oh, men are all the same. Yet they take offense when I say that all women are the same, but they don't like that thrown back in their face. All men are the same. Oh, men are this, men are that, and da. And they do this 24 fucking 7, right? I've literally seen accounts of women bitching and moaning nonstop, constantly, nothing but posts about talking about men, right? Well, if you're so convinced that you're a strong, independent woman and you don't need a man, why don't you shut the fuck up about men then? Fucking do your own thing. What happened to being strong and independent? Why do you need to bring up men? Why do you need to pass off your insecurities and your shortcomings onto men? Talk about men are the same and blah, blah, blah. And even though it's not fucking true, I'm nothing like a lot of these cocksuckers. So just saying. But you sit here and you talk about men
Yeah,
being this and being that,
because you
yet you constantly complain. And here's the thing, because I know a lot of these virgin ass fucking losers, when they see this video, they're gonna flock to this video and watch it and say whatever shit because they do it all the time. They're still talking about me to this day. They're still bringing up fucking videos I did two plus years ago that I don't even have anymore. I don't even have the channel that those videos were.
I'm gonna say a few things before we continue. All right, and it's a perfect pose for him. Okay, like he is a perfect example as to what is wrong with modern day men. And what I mean by that is like the Andrew Tates of the world and people like that. And let me correct myself. Some, because there are some decent men out there. But let's look at it this way. Actually, I'll read you the comment before I continue. I'll read you the comment. Fucking hell. I'm in a stream. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna read off this comment. If I can find it. Please tell me I didn't delete it. There we go. All right. Is that it? No, that's not it. Where in the fuck is it? Should be somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, so somebody commented on his video. He did delete. He did post his community tabs, but let me read. The account goes by the name of My Name is Miss Me. Serious question. Why would any woman want to be with an adult male who lacks the discipline to keep his body healthy? So she basically called him fat without calling him fat. But again, like I'll get my 2 cents in after I read this. I know women who have had children and lost the weight within a year. What's your excuse? I'm glad I decided not to move to America when I was given the opportunity to do so in 2023. American men seem very miserable and awkward. To me, it wasn't that critical. It wasn't that harsh. And this was his response. And this is why I don't believe it's satire. By the way, for anybody watching, if you believe this video is complete satire, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't believe it's satire, put a 2 in the chat. Anybody who's watching. Anyway, because I can't do the poll right now. So this is his response. First butthurt reply of the day. Love how you immediately go to attack my appearance. So thanks for proving my point about the superficiality of women. But I guess I'll humor this for once and answer you. What exactly does someone's body type have to do with how healthy they are? Oh, I don't know. Everything. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that, but like, health-wise, yeah, you could do a lot better if you were slimmer down. I've known Otaku for about 5 years now, and he actually, from how I see it, he has gotten worse weight-wise. He has not kept his weight in check. It doesn't help that he goes in these videos and eats McDonald's and like sucks on his puff fingers. I agree. There's a few people that I know that are about the same weight as him that I'll be shocked if they make it to 40. And that's not me wishing death on them. That's just me pointing out the obvious. Anyway, so I know your point of view is probably very short-sighted. As you admitted, you aren't from the U.S., but a number of people who are overweight basically grew up that way. I'll tell you this much. My family is kind of halfway obese. Like my grandfather, I agree. Same here. I've kept within the weight of 180 to 200. I used to be 300 pounds when I was in high school, and I lost it just because I became more active. I didn't go on a diet or anything. I just became more active. But I came through, like, my dad was skinny. My grandmother was pretty fair point, sloppy. Well, also it's how much like dressing and other shit you put in it, which I put a lot of like Caesar salad or Caesar dressing. Anyway, so I'll put a lot of so like my family was like very like that, and I was, you know, a fat kid growing up, right? Now I've maintained a pretty decent weight for most of my 20s. Like, could I be better? Yes. I'm not going to say that I would not like to be a little slimmer. But the point is that, you know, just because you could say it's genetics doesn't mean you can't change it. So it's also what you eat, what you do on the daily, what have you. So anyway, let's see. It has nothing to do with how active you are. Some people, like myself, are plenty active. I don't believe that. Granted, he doesn't have a car anymore, from my understanding, but yeah. It's just we came up always being big. If it was that easy for people to become slim without expensive, let's see, where is it? Expensive surgery, don't you think more people would have done by now? It's called genetics. So how about you educate yourself before assuming things about people you don't know? Also, FYI, I'm sure folks here don't really care if you don't come here. Say whatever, wherever you are. There are more than enough ignorant folks that live in the States. Thank you. So I'll put it to you this way. I'll say this. Hello, Eric. Go 10. I'll just put the Go 10. I have no issue with him being in the chat, but if anybody wants to take care of him and take him off mods, you can do it. I know it's David's channel, but yeah. So yeah, go ahead. But no what, like, he's not welcomed on the stream. Anywho. Let's see, what was I saying? Oh, yes. So my point of all this is that he is what is wrong with not only society, but also what's wrong with, like, this is why. Because you look at him. What are some things you know about him? He's a wrestling fan. He's an anime fan. He is the stereotypical anime wrestling fan. Single, out of shape, lives in the parents' house. And again, this is just, again, he is the embodiment. And I've said this, if Otaku embraced the fat guy gimmick, like, I think he would not get as much hate as he does. He takes himself too seriously. That's the problem with him. But if you know, when I used to be on dating sites, I never put that was a wrestling fan. I never put that was an anime fan. I'm gonna be honest here, because he and others are the reasons why sometimes we are ashamed to be those fans. You know. Especially with the tribalism. He is the embodiment of tribalism with the AEW stuff. Anywho. Also, I showed what he looked like to different girls, including my girl. Wanted to get an idea. And 90%, actually, no, 100%. I don't know why I was being generous. 100% of them 100% of them would be fucking, who thought he was repulsive. And these are girls from different shapes, sizes, and all. It's not even just the skinny, blonde, fucking, like, you know, the stereotypical chicks who maybe be superficial, right? These are just women of all different ethnicities, shapes, sizes, what have you. It was just a little experiment I did because I was curious. And you know, they found him repulsive, and it was also looking at his fucking stuff. Oh, you got him fucking you banned him, Tom. Hey, that's good. I don't, like I said, if anybody wants to do it, that's all good. Oh, thing. Anyway, so yeah, so like that is like these are my advices. This is my advice to otaku, Trevor, whatever you want to call him. You is that lose weight, gain some confidence, and stop being so hateful. Those are my things. This is me as a fellow human being, because again, I will be shocked if he hit 40. Just putting it out there.
Or uploaded on anymore. They're still talking about me to this day. Still uploading videos talking about old videos I uploaded that I don't even have anymore.
Well, because you made a video where you basically demanded a woman to give you sex whenever you want and be called master. Yet you said it was satire, but you got so mad at the backlash you got. If it was me doing that, which I actually did do a video on it, it's actually on my channel still. That's still up. That one, you know, that like I think that one mainly has, I think I think it's just mainly me, ITV, and some little bitch. I can't remember his name, but who likes to threaten people to private streams because they're what do you call it? They're people are talking bad about it. But that's a different story for another time. Anyway, I didn't even see that. Oh yeah. I don't know. He's fucking idiot. That's why he wouldn't even like the closest he would have gotten to this is being the fucking what do you call it? The closest he would have been to this is being the fucking not panel, but whatchamacallit, the chat. But yeah, like he made this video. He got so if I got backlash from when I did my parody of that, I would have just laughed at it. A lot of times when people say shit about me, right? I laugh it off. I think it's funny. I don't get all heated and angry about it and try to defend what I'm doing or try to segue into something else. That's just me, though. So, you know, I just want that to be perfectly clear. My point is, though, is that he still gets that. Now, granted, his channel is like his little 15 minutes of fame did not get him anything. Him being on Vice TV didn't get him anything. Again, he is barely scratching 600 views now, or 600 subscribers now. That's just, you know, how it is. He has to rely on fucking what do you call it? YouTube or posting AEW clips to get some views. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Because the channel that I had it on is gone. It got deleted last year. It got taken down last year. I don't even have these videos, and these people are still bringing me up to this day. It is ridiculous. It's like, do you people not have lives? I stated this in a post, by the way, a little while ago. But it's like, these same virgin losers, they're going to come on here and they're going to project their insecurities onto me, and they're going to say the little shit, and they're probably going to do the little gay-ass lame commentary videos because that's all the fucking commentary community is, or I should say the closeted virgin community, because that's all these motherfuckers are. They're insecure as fuck. They want to pass off they want to project their insecurities onto me, just like women project their insecurities onto the vast majority of men, because that's what they do. And they want to sit here and talk shit about me and stuff just for speaking my mind, just for stating what I'm seeing, just for basically explaining what I'm seeing. It's like, what the fuck is that, you know? And you guys, you want to talk.
See, I'm going to be honest. I have more experience into giving my opinions on women and all that than he ever will. And I'll tell you why. Because, yes, I've had many partners over the years, some good, some bad, you know. I've had different walks of life come through these doors, through this open house, if you will. And we may actually extend this to an extra 30 minutes of the show because, you know, the show is going to go, I feel like the show is going to go a little long, which means I have to move up my Blood Guardians video to 4:30 my time. So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Anywho, so like what I was going to say regarding this is that, I have a lot, and again, I am not the most physically appealing person, probably from the neck down. Here's the thing, though, with me, is I have confidence. Hell, I'll even take a page out of his book. I have risk. And I'm going to be honest with this, too. I've had more women documented on channels, by the way. More women call me master without even doing too much work. My point is, though, is that if I did a legit video talking about modern day women, I feel like I would not get as much hate because of the fact that I have more experience. With him, like he says he's lost his virginity, he's had sex. I'm just going to be honest. Was the girl retarded? Was the girl fucking blind? Was the girl deaf? Because even if she was blind, she has to hear the bullshit. These things are why I always say that when he says virgin losers, he is reflecting on himself or deflecting from himself. Talking to the donkey clerk and his experience. But like, that's what I'm saying, and again, be honest about yourself. Like be honest about yourself. Having this patrol, I have proven that I have this reputation of being, I guess you could say, a Lothario. I like people who know me on social media, people who know me fucking in person, know this. This is not something that I constantly have to, like, when I say it, I can back it up. That's my point is, have I fucked up sometimes, with certain things, things with Yoda and all that? Yeah, I'm not going to fucking say that I've not done some stupid shit. But, live and learn. Depression. Unaliving yourself thoughts. That type of shit. My point is, though, is that, see, I can poke fun of myself, right? Not poke fun of anybody who has those types of thoughts or fucking, like get some help, talk to somebody. But my point is, though, is that, you gotta, be honest. Be honest. Say that no women want to, you've been like this since you were a kid and no one wants to talk to you. Like, I see you at fucking McDonald's sitting on the floor eating your burger, looking all sad and alone, like some other person I know that I hung out with at a convention a few years ago when we met MJF. Just be honest. Don't project. Don't do that. If you're more open and honest, self-aware, I think people would maybe like you. They may find it more. They may not realize, poke fun at you because you're in on the joke. Again, I'm trying to give some advice here. I'm not just trying to fuck a dog on the guy. That's why I say, if anybody comes in here after I'm done with this, try not to fuck a dog on him. Because this is not really a full-on blatant attack at him.
Anyway. Talk all the shit about what I'm doing, yet you won't call out these women for what they're doing. You want to sit here and talk about how, all you do is complain about women. All you do is talk bad about women, and they're gonna throw their little labels like incel. He's an incel. He's a virgin.
I've had a few girls. I've seen him call him an incel and a virgin. So yeah, yeah.
He's this. He's that. It's funny how you say that about me, but yet these women can go out here and bitch and moan and complain about men nonstop, like I just explained. Does that make them incels too? Like, if we're using that logic.
Now do women, like, again, I've seen it where they fucking have talked, do that, and a lot of these women, especially some of I've known in the past, were in abusive relationships, and all that. And I'll admit, some were stupid for staying with them because, especially if they had no kids, no real estate with them, nothing to basically tie them down with them. Right? I called them stupid, and I've said when they said, I love them. That's why they stay with them, right? And I'll say, I guess you love being hit. Because that is fucking, it's acidine to me. Especially nowadays with the Me Too shit. Now, granted, I feel like Me Too's died ever since Amber Heard came around with that shit. But, you have all this type of stuff. I've been like hell. I've been a victim of that type of shit too, where women have tried to come and say I'm this monster of a man, but found out to be another Amber Heard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. Also, that's one advantage women have over men. I guarantee you. Like you said, so if any of those women can fucking bitch about man, but they have a man on their fucking phone, like on their contacts, on their speed dial, fucking ready to call them up to be getting some dick. Trust me, I've been that fucking guy in the past. I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't. I knew the game and I played it well. Otaku doesn't have that luxury. And, hey, and here we are.
All these women who bitch about men, who talk about men all the goddamn time, nonstop, even though they claim to be strong and independent and they don't need men, are they fucking incels too? Oh, I forgot. That standard doesn't apply. That logic doesn't apply to them, right? Talk about a double standard, And it's the same shit that I've seen year after year after year after year for, I'd say, at least the last 5 or so years, maybe even longer than that. And it's likely going to get worse. Women are bad. And they're going to get, the thing about it is, folks, that you need to understand, they're likely going to get worse, if that's even conceivable. I mean, look who we got coming into the fucking office in about a week. Look who we got coming. And women are complaining about that. What are you complaining for?
Which is funny because a lot like he gives very, and again, I'm a Trump guy. I'm not going to fucking sit here and say I'm not. And I'm not going to go too much into politics with this conversation, but he comes off like a Trump because a lot of his peers that are fucking like that, like him in that way. Not saying that everybody that he knows is like this, but like in the grand scheme of things, but have those same type of views. But they're Trump people, but he hates Trump. Which is funny because I could only imagine if a woman was actually president.
You voted for the motherfucker, so that's on you. A vast majority of you voted for this guy. You voted for Trump. So yeah, he's coming in office now. You did that. I didn't vote for him. You did that shit. Vote? And then you want to complain about, they're going to take away this and they're going to take away that and they're going to take away women's rights. Again, you voted for the motherfucker, so you got to deal with the shit. You voted for these GOP Republican pieces of shit.
I will also say that I criticize a lot of women that have been attacking other women because of who they voted for. I'm sorry, but that's stupid. Like wherever you're, everybody knows I vote for Trump. Everybody knows this, and I didn't really get attacked for it. And if you voted for Kamala, I'm not going to take. Even in my own household, my girl and I have very, very different political opinions. She was pro Democrat. I was a pro Republican, pro Trump, and we had very good debates and discussions regarding that, but it is what it is. Anyway.
The shit to come in office, that's on you. You got to deal with that shit. And sadly, we have to too. I have to as well. That's the worst case scenario for a working class individual like me. But you motherfuckers don't care about that. But you want to come on here and talk shit about me, about being into. And the damnedest thing about the people in this commentary community shit who do this shit, these guys are honestly the last motherfuckers to be talking about anybody else's looks and anybody else.
Do you believe
these are the most boring, uninteresting, uncharismatic fucktards you've ever seen. Bunch of ugly ass virgin fucking losers. Balls haven't even dropped yet. Haven't even gone through.
I know David's balls has dropped, but look at him. He criticizes people's looks, but yet he looks like this. I at least can fucking, if I want to criticize his looks, I could, because I'm just gonna be honest here. This is just a fact. I'm bare looking at him. So yeah.
Puberty yet they have the audacity to talk about somebody else. They sit there in their fucking little room that their parents paid for them, because a lot of them still live with their parents because they damn sure don't work on their own. They damn sure don't live on their own.
Didn't you live with? Don't you, or at one point in time, live with family too? I'm just gonna point that out there. And hey, if you do, that's like no shame on you. But they're good friends of mine that they still live with their parents. So, it's no shame, but, again, call the pot calling the kettle black here.
Sit there at their fucking little desk with a fucking little big ass microphone in front of them, and they're fucking like, hello, I'm gonna make a video today. We're reacting to Wrestling Otaku's video because he said some bad things about women, guys. He said some bad things about women, and I need to react to it in my boring monotone voice. See guys, I'm making a video talking about him too. See, I hate Wrestling Otaku too. Please like me. Please watch my video and subscribe to me. Please like me. Please like me. Shut the fuck up. Fuck out of my face, you boring ass fucking loser ass motherfuckers. Fuck out of my face with that shit.
Also, if he tries to say like anybody, some people are concerned that he may try to take this video down. Well, it is under fair use because I am reacting to it, giving commentary over it. So just FYI, if he tried to, I can just, David could fucking challenge it, and I know he doesn't have money to go to court for it.
Don't be calling nobody else. Here's a piece of advice for you. If you're a fucking virgin yourself, and you have not seen pussy since you came out of one, it probably would be best for you to not fucking sit here and talk shit about other people being incels and.
So maybe he ain't virgin. Maybe he paid for a hooker. That probably could be it. Now, if not, then the only time he's ever seen pussy outside maybe when he came out, was probably Playboy, porn, what have you. Maybe even OnlyFans. Maybe he's ashamed that he's subscribed to OnlyFans. I'll admit, I was subscribed to a few of my friends' OnlyFans back in the day, especially even when I was doing work with them. I respect the hustle. Now, I'm not anymore because, domesticated. I've settled down. But, point out I'm single.
Versions and all that bullshit. And you can tell. Ain't none of these motherfuckers ever got any sort of pussy whatsoever. At least I've gotten fucking play from women. You don't see me fucking bragging about it. I've mentioned it because I have to.
You have bragged about it. You've done videos on it, so that's a fucking lie, and you've never shown any. Not that you really need to not at this point, but again, like you look at him, you look at me. Who gets more pussy? Make
a point, you dumb motherfuckers. So. How about that? How about you keep my name out of your? How about this? How about you if what I say bothers you so much, don't fucking come to my shit. Stop reacting to my shit. Don't fucking click on my fucking videos. How about that? How about if you disagree, if you don't agree with stuff that I say, don't fucking watch me. Don't click on my shit. But for the love of God, stop fucking bitching and moaning about things that I'm saying, and yet you're sitting here and basically.
So you're making a video wanting a reaction out of people, but yet you're telling people not to click the video, even though this is the point you're doing. And then also if anybody wants to have an opinion, if it doesn't agree with your take, you will delete the comments. Like, let me look at the comments right now, what the current comments are currently. All right. Really, I say if you're single, just don't worry about it. Relationships just aren't worth it nowadays. Dating, marriage, they're a joke now. Why bother? Like, not a bad comment, even if it's going around his state. So I will say this: women are getting worse, but they are not the only ones who are getting worse. The men are just as worse. Shocking, those comments have not gotten deleted. Well, at least that one, but yeah.
Giving me attention, you're giving me traffic. That's fucking counterproductive. If I don't like somebody, if I don't like what somebody says, if I don't like,
I disagree with a lot of stuff you've been saying. I'm not going to fucking. Yeah, I do too, actually, Sloppy, if I'm being honest. I just want to see what she looks like. But again, I enjoy these videos because, again, he takes himself so seriously, and also, again, he's at 600. Like, he's the Otaku Odyssey. Remember, he's supposed to get 10,000 subscribers on May, or he'll retire from YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying to help. Some people may watch the channel that may or watch the network to death may agree with some of it or find him entertaining. But I tell you this much: if you don't like AEW. Don't go check his channel out because it's none of the AEW crap and Baltimore Ravens stuff, and yeah, that team is not good. But I can't say shit because the Cowboys suck too.
Represents, I don't fucking watch them. I don't give them the time of day unless I have to bring up stupid shit that they say. Like, for example, JD and his dumbass. JD for men, that's another story for another time for those of you who are into wrestling. But other than that, I don't give these people the fucking time of day. So why don't you people do the same with me? If what I say bothers you so much, stop fucking responding to me. Stop watching me. If you don't like, don't watch. It's as simple as that.
Oh, if only certain people that have been obsessed over me learned that lesson.
Anyway, getting back to these women, it's like,
by the way,
you're still so fucking superficial as you've always been, as judgmental as you've always been, as fucking hypocritical as you've always been, and you're gonna.
Oh yes, the guy who was unbeaten in debates got his ass handed to him by Tom on Ranniversary. I think it was Ranniversary. And you know, it was like the worst time. If this was like in 2019, maybe even 2020, Otaku or 2021, even Otaku may have had a good case, but this debate happened at the worst time possible when AEW is at the lowest it's been. Like again, like I have Max. Sorry, I can't laugh for a moment. I have Max, right? And I'm going back and watching some of the old AEW stuff. You know, it's depressing to see how it's devolved. Like even that small venue that they had last night for Dynamite, which was a nice setting, I'll agree with that, but even that wasn't filled up. Their Orlando show just went on sale just today. And I don't even think a lot of people like the Texas show has done good because Texas is a very good state for wrestling. Look what it's done with TNA, you know. But anyway.
And I'm sure some of them are going to be in the fucking comments of this video because they fucking always are, or in the comments of other people who respond to me, fucking with their judgmental asses, with their fucking, because these women come on here act like they're fucking internet armchair psychiatrists, psychologists, and they want to fucking sit here and talk about, and they want to sit here and you know, psychoanalyze all the shit that I say, and they want to, again, project and deflect all their insecurities onto me, and they want to talk about, oh, you talk about how, oh, you hate women so much, it's probably because you got such self-hate. Oh, you probably hate yourself. Why don't you work on yourself and blah, 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 and all that bullshit. More projection. First off, let me just say this, because I've seen that comment here and there too in my comment section. It's mostly all comments that are held for review, which is something that people don't realize. I have comments held for review. But let me just explain to you something. You say that I hate myself or it's self-hate. No, not really. Not really. I'm actually quite proud of myself. I think I'm doing pretty well for myself, all things considered. I'm in good with I got, you know, supportive family. I'm on good terms with my parents. I'm on good terms with my relatives, my siblings, what have you. I'm in a good spot in my job, at least now. Could I do better? Of course. But it's just, I take what I do what I have to do at this point. You know, I take what I work with what I got. You know, I have to make the most out of what I have right now. And that's what I'm doing.
I want to bring this up. He spends 20 minutes on this video. And let me say this real quick. He does this, right? But yet he can spend that 20 minutes at a gym, work on himself, instead of bitching about women. He could be doing something productive instead of wasting time doing this. I'm just a little, or even being out in the cold. And people are walking past him thinking, what the fuck is this Cartman looking motherfucker doing here?
And so I personally think I'm really, just all things considered, again, my life is far from perfect. I'm certainly not saying that, but I'm just saying,
yeah, he is.
In terms of what I've done up to this point, the things that I've been through in the last 5 years and where I am right now, I think I'm pretty satisfied. I think I'm pretty satisfied with myself.
Hell, my soul doesn't go on.
Let's all this talk about self-hate, it's all projection.
See what he says.
It's all projection. It's all deflecting from a lot of the people saying it. And you talk about hate. I don't hate. Here's the thing you have to understand. I don't hate anything. Hate is such a strong word. I dislike things that I see. I dislike the fact that a lot of you are so hypocritical and so judgmental over other people. I dislike the fact that I go outside and I try to be the upstanding individual that I am, that I was taught to be, that my parents and my grandparents taught me to be. And I basically go out here and I try to do the right thing. And I basically get spit on and shit on by the pieces of shit in this fucking generation. Let's just face facts. This generation has no fucking manners. And this applies to the entire generation. That men, women, fucking non-binary, black, blue, green, yellow.
I'm not going to deny that there's a lot of people out there that lack manners nowadays. That's one thing I probably will give him. So, or lack proper etiquette. So,
Yellow, pink, orange, red, fucking.
Like I hold the door open for my girl and all that stuff, just for because I don't see a lot of people doing that nowadays.
In summer, fall, winter, whatever the fuck you identify as, whatever you identify as, this applies to everyone in the generation, not just women. But this generation is.
I would say Kaijin, no remarks about his grandma and all that. I'm just gonna be that's your warning. I don't know if that was derogatory or anything like that but I'm just gonna give you that warning. No remarks regarding his grandmother.
Is fucking shit. It's a fucking cesspool because none of you were taught any fucking respect. None of you were taught discipline. None of you were taught any fucking manners. That's why you act the way you do.
I'm just gonna remove that mess.
Because you don't have any discipline. You never had your ass handed to you by your fucking parents. You're likely your parents never fucking raised you. You weren't raised right. And that's why women act like that. That's why the vast majority of this generation acts like that. I'm not like that. I had fucking discipline. I had respect. I was taught self-respect. I was taught chivalry. I was taught fucking common courtesy. I was taught to respect my elders. I was taught this and that. So that's why I am wired differently than a lot of you. I see things in a different way than a lot of you. But see, a lot of you weren't given those values. You weren't taught those values. So you come online and you're a piece of shit to everybody. And that's the problem. That's the problem with this generation. And that's the problem with fucking women today. None of you have any respect. None of you have any self-respect. None of you have any dignity. None of you have any sort of morals or values or anything. So you come online and act any kind of way. And then you expect men to fucking give you everything just because you're a woman. Oh, I'm supposed to respect you just because you're a woman. No, my respect is not given. It is earned.
Not really a big.
I hear that a lot. My respect. If you want me to respect you, how about you try giving some to me first? My respect is earned, not given. If you're respectful to me, if you treat me in a certain way, I will treat you in kind. I'll give you respect back, and I'll give you that civility back, and I'll give you that appreciation back. However you want to put it. The point is, you respect me.
Maybe
I'll respect you. If you're a piece of shit to me, I'll be a piece of shit to you back. That's how I am. That's how I'm wired. If you're a bitch, if you act like a bitch to me, then I'm gonna treat you like a bitch. Simple as that. I don't understand what's so difficult or what is hard
the video.
To understand about that.
Once that happens, I'll put the link.
Especially you women. You claim that you're so intelligent. You're very, very uneducated. A lot of you are.
That's better.
The vast majority of you are very uneducated. Or at least you talk, or at least you sound uneducated with a lot of the things you say online. It is what it is. So I don't know what else to say. It's as simple as that. I said I wasn't going to make this a long video, but I just had to state all that. So bottom line is this. It's 2025. Women are still the same. They're likely going to get worse. It's likely going to be the same. It's not going to get any better. It's probably going to get worse. And so my suggestion for guys out there, single guys in 2025, I don't know what to tell you. If I were you, I would get my hopes up because these women aren't going to change. You'd be better off waiting for the fembots to release. You'd be better off waiting for fembots, and there's a market for AI girlfriends now. Think about that. That's how bad it's getting. But if I were you, if I were a single man in 2025, I wouldn't even bother. I'd just work on myself. And if you're in a relationship, if you're married, God help you. If you're married or if you're in a committed relationship with a woman, all I got to say is you better hope she treats you right. You better hope she's a good one.
Oh, my girl.
That's all I'm going to say.
Don't worry about that.
You better keep her. Because there's not a whole lot of them to go around. So
I was gonna say
that's really all I gotta say. So yeah, that's all I want to say for this video. It's 2025. Women are still trash. They're still bad for the most part. Not all, but a vast majority of the ones of this generation are bad, and they're likely getting worse. and it's sad, but that's the reality. So that's all I gotta say for this video. Thank you for watching here. Till next time, this has been the rest of Otaku signing off. I'll see you guys later. I'm out for now. Peace.
So that was the wrestling otaku giving his thoughts on women. That was a lot. That was very lot. And we'll probably see another one in 2026, and then 2027, and then 2028, because I guarantee you it's going to be the same for him. Because again, and he's going to look exactly the same, if not worse, and all that. I would wish the best for him, and I would hope maybe one day he does find his waifu, I guess, whatever you would say, whatever floats his boat and all that. I like that's. So hopefully one day he'll find it. If anything, Taijin, I'm fucking the Riz Master. I'm the, I've had a few girls call me Master, so yeah. Anyway. So yeah, so that was the video. Like I said, we'll either end this at fucking 4. We may actually, depending on who comes in, I may move the time back up for my for a short film I was a part of. I may move that back up to 4:05, because we still got and all that. But I am going to put the link in. Anybody wants to come in? We're not going to bash the guy. We're not going to talk shit after this. That was it. And yeah, so there's the link. I'm going to pin it in just a moment after I fix the time. So we'll probably still keep it at 4:05, just to be fair. Or we'll end at 4. And so let me pin it real quick. And after that, we are going to... Now, if anybody wants to give constructive criticism on anything, by all means, but don't dog the guy. So I'll allow that. If you want to come in and give your thoughts, like constructive criticism, without dogging the guy too much, then fine, go ahead. But if you're going to come in here and just talk shit about him, blah, blah, then, it is what it is. But also, we also had, let's see. Let me pin the message. I have not seen Wicked. I am not really a musical person, MK. I personally don't like, I'm not a musical person. The only musicals I like are like Sweeney Todd and fucking, yeah. Let's see. Regarding musicals, I just like Sweeney Todd, Repo Jack, Upper Rocky Horror, the ones I like. I watched Rent with my girl for Christmas, and I really didn't. It's not my cup of tea. And hello, welcome to the stream, Vampster. How you doing?
Yo, it's been all right.
Heard. So yeah, go ahead.
I said it's been a while.
I know, right? Shit, I can't remember the last time I've seen. A lot of times, a lot of us do streams late at night nowadays, so that's why it kind of feels like we've been. Let's see. Did I get a message? Oh, they have a new sale going on for PlayStation Plus, I think. It's a holiday sale. So let me know that the holiday sale is ending soon. Okay, I don't care about that. Most of the sales for the PlayStation Store is not there. Anywho, so Wicked's not my cup of tea, MK. So I don't really care too much to watch it. I like Wizard of Oz, but the only other movie I'll see is like fucking Joker Folie Adieu. I still want to see it, even though again I've heard a lot of people shit on it. So that's the only other one I'll probably watch. A musical has to really, really pique my interest for me to watch it. So, Vampster, what have you been up to all the
time? Been mostly on Discord playing Pokemon.
That's what's up.
I had a Fididdle.
A Fididdle?
A Fididdle.
What's a Fididdle?
My Ocarina of Time gameplay got deleted, so I'm having to
Oh shit!
redo. I had to replay the game, and yeah, I'm in the
I can't
process
remember.
of replaying the game so that way I can get back to the Spirit Temple.
I can't remember if that ever happened to me. I know there was a error in, I think it was WWE Have No Mercy back in the N64, that like some of the early cartridges came out and they fucking corrupted your save data for the game. I don't recall ever getting that cartridge. I guess I got one of the later cartridges or the reissued ones. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever had a. I think I had that issue once with GTA 5, but it did take me back to the beginning of the game. Actually, no, I take that back. I did have that issue once with GTA 4. GTA 4, I had that issue with. GTA 5, worst case scenario, I just went back a few missions. Even though it should auto save, so I don't understand that, but it is what it is. I love GTA 5, so
Yep.
again, it's in the background of this video as you see. But I would have been pissed if that happened with me Resident Evil 4 as well. Shit. But that happened to me on
Luckily, Okami is still safe.
Huh?
Luckily, Okami is pretty safe.
Oh, good. I was gonna say Banjo-Kazooie is another one that's yeah. It's the only reason why I want to get like the fucking Xbox One again. I want to get Rare Replay and play Banjo-Kazooie again. It's a series that not like I was a Crash Bandicoot and Spyro person. I wasn't really into like the Nintendo platformers back in the day. I'm gonna be perfectly frank with you. That's like, even though I was pro Nintendo for many years in terms of like the platformers and the mascots, I was a fucking Crash Bandicoot and Spyro person. Still am to this day. Like, I like some of the Mario stuff. Like Odyssey was great. I heard also, and I talked about it briefly, that the Nintendo Switch 2 was finally released. You know what it looks like? Because it looks like basically a beefier version of the Switch, but it also gives me Steam Deck vibes. And my thing is, Legacy of Kain. My girl was more into it. I got her the remastered collection that came out last month. I got her that for a Christmas present because she loves, like, I think she has almost all the Legacy of Kain games. I'm actually gonna look right now. I know she has one of them somewhere. She has like one for the GameCube. We don't have a GameCube, but we have one of the games. I'm trying to see where I can find it. Do I have it somewhere? Yes, or is that it? No, I don't know where it's at. Anywho, I know she has like Soul Reaver 2 on the. I think that's the one that was on PS2, and then if I'm remembering correctly, I'm looking at the Xbox. She also has Blood Omen and Defiance on the original Xbox. And then let me look at the other ones over here.
What?
We do have an original Xbox. Right. Oh, okay. We do have an original Xbox or console, and then we have a original we have a PS3. Oh yeah, so she also has Soul Reaver 2 on the PS2. So she has it both on those systems. And then yeah, she does have a PS2, but it's a slim. It doesn't really work, so that's the only downside about it. But nonetheless, what was I saying? I want to take care of some stuff while I'm out in the open, if you will. Let's see. But yeah, the main thing I've been playing, if anybody's wondering, I've been playing a lot of COD. Especially I'm going to go play it some more in a little bit because it's a double XP weekend, and I'm trying to complete my battle pass and get Prestige 3. I'm almost there. But that's what I've been doing gaming wise. I have a trial of Undisputed, the boxing game, but I just haven't had the time to dive into it yet because, again, as I said, I've just been busy playing COD, and those will be there. So, it is what it is. Anywho, give me a second. All right. But yeah, so we usually do commercials during this period. And in case anybody else wants to join in, the link is still in the, where is it? Where did I put it? Should be up here somewhere. Yeah, the link is right there. And we're going to take a moment to hear from our sponsors once I find it. There we go. We'll be right back.
Next.
Michael Audrey Myers shall be tried as an adult for the murder of his sister, Judith Margaret Myers.
You fooled them, haven't you, Mike? But not me.
It's a holiday you'll remember forever.
Halloween night is when people play tricks on each other.
What about the boogeyman?
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff.
Seasons don't feel nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain. We can be like that.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
What's the boogeyman?
Donald Pleasance.
As a matter of fact, it was.
In a film by John Carpenter.
Oh no.
Halloween. Next.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. Be very, 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 very afraid.
It's showtime.
This Halloween, treat yourself to the ghastliest collection of characters ever created. In haunting and hilarious hits. Like Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Steven Spielberg's Gremlins. And The Goonies.
Somebody's coming!
Look out for the all-new Scooby-Doo's Spookiest Tales. And Casper Saves Halloween.
Here I come!
Frightening films that will make you laugh till it hurts. Check out all these classic frights and new delights.
We're gonna have some laughs.
That'll guarantee you will see dead people. Now available on video cassette and select DVD. They'll leave you screaming for more.
I'll bet every kid in America would like to have one of these.
I need to add more advertisements, which I keep saying that I'm going to just have to do it this week. But nonetheless, need my potassium currently because I'm not really eating much today. I've been sleeping. This thing will open. There we go. Good old banana. Always can use that potassium. But yes, so yeah, the Switch 2 came out. Looks like a beefy Steam Deck. Like my one question is going to be: is it going to be? Hey, it's my banana. Get back to work, woman. And oh, so now you eat like I got your banana right, like down where? Down here. Anywho, how you doing, baby? I hope you're doing good. And now I'm just gonna eat it just to spite you. Oh, but sweetie, continue watching. But don't forget my stuff for my teeth. By the way, I sent you a message about it. Join the stream, my love. Invite all your friends. Have a work party. Huh? Now my girl's in the chat.
I'm just back.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
Okay. But yeah. So it's actually a good banana. It was But yeah, the Switch 2 looks. I'm wondering if it's going to be as. Is it going to be like a generation behind performance wise, like the Switch was? Like, what is going to be the selling? Like, that's why I'm waiting for a Nintendo Direct, because playing backwards compatible with the Nintendo Switch games is great, but what else is it going to offer me? That's what I want to know. Now, I will not say. I will say that the reveal did disappoint me. What did disappoint me, however, was the trailer for Until Dawn, where I liked it, but it's not Until Dawn. Like that's the part that disappointed me. The trailer released today, and for those of you who do not know, Until Dawn is based off of a PlayStation 4 game. It actually got a remake on PS5. I still don't understand why, but nonetheless, it got a remake. And it has Peter Stormare in the game. I'm not going to fucking come on here and say that, I'm still not going to watch it, but it does kind of look relatively cheap looking, especially to be in a theater. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was something that I was very but the Daredevil Born Again trailer, however, was fucking fantastic. I'm still pissed off though at you, Tom, for thinking the Superman trailer was crap. Just FYI, motherfucker. Anyway, you're lucky I don't come up there and slap you on sight. But nonetheless, what else was there? There was the You Season 5 release date trailer came out today, so Christmas has been coming early this week for me. A lot of good shit coming up. And unfortunately, I would, even with Monday Night Raw, I'm going to have to keep my Netflix subscription because that show is coming out in April. And so is Last of Us Season 2. So that is, yeah. I'm not ready for Season 2. I'm not ready for You Season 5 because that's the end of the show. But Season 2 for Last of Us, if anybody's played the Last of Us game, that's one thing I'll say. Anywho. Vanessa, did you see the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2? And if so, what were your thoughts?
I did not. I honestly don't. Well, part of what I normally do is that I don't watch for the next console. I'm looking for the next Pokemon game.
Oh yeah, like I get that. And also with the Switch, like the one thing I'm gonna give the Switch 2, because this like I made the mistake of buying the Switch when it first came out, and there wasn't a lot of games on it. I try not to buy any new games I try not to buy any new consoles when they first come out. But at least with the Switch 2, because originally I was thinking about getting a Switch or another Switch, but now I may just wait till Switch 2. At least with the Switch 2, you're able to play your old Switch games if you have them physically or digitally on this new system. So there's that. There's at least that gives me an incentive to buy the system even on day one. Because if there's not a lot of games that tickle my fancy right off the bat, I have other games coming out that are other games that are on the Switch that I could play. So that is the one thing I will say about it. That is, it's like the PS5. The PS5, of course, you can play a lot of PS4 games backwards compatible. So that's one thing I'll give it.
Yep.
But it's just the idea that, I want to see what the games look like, because again, there's certain games that they cannot put on the current Switch. Like GTA 5 could not be playable on the Switch. Could it be playable on the Nintendo Switch? Like Red Dead Redemption 2. These are, because I care more about the ports. I really don't. I'm going to be honest. And I know this is going to hurt all the Nintendo fans out there. I really don't give a shit about 90% of the Nintendo exclusive games. Like, I like some Mario games, but I really don't give a shit. Plus, Nintendo is notorious for keeping their games at $60 many, many years after it's released. But I don't give a shit about Mario, really. I don't give a shit about Zelda. I don't give a shit about no offense, Bamster. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh person. I don't care about the Pokemon games. I don't care about a lot
Fair
of
enough.
the. I don't like Metroid Prime. Whenever that fucking Metroid Prime 4, whenever that gets fucking released, I like Metroid Prime. The only, you know what, Nintendo game that I liked that was fucking kind of weird for the time it was released, Mad World. It was a violent black and white M-rated game out on the Wii. I would like a remaster of that. You know, that shit was. I just don't care because I like that's one of the reasons why I dropped out of the Wii quickly, and that's why I really didn't even play the Wii U because, you know, yes, I do like watching cartoons, I do like this, I do like that, but I am not a fucking 5-year-old. You know, I'm not. I want some maturity in some of these games, and Legends all has some. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but like, you know. Like, that's what I liked about the Switch is that it released more games for a more mature audience. And also it remastered a lot of games. And plus, the biggest thing that the Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 will have over all the systems is that's the only portable console out there outside the Steam Deck. And the knockoffs that have been made because of it. So, like, I care more about ports, if I'm being honest. Like, the ports of... Like when they released the Spider-Man, or not Spider-Man, when they released the Batman Arkham trilogy, they added that one. They added that one on the Switch. They added like Doom 1 and 2. I like those ports. You know, it's just my, like, the ports are more interesting to me because like I could take fucking, I don't know, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, the OGs. I could take that to the fucking, I could take it on the bus while I'm going home or something, or while I'm going to work or what have you. You know, that's the thing I like about it compared to other a lot of these exclusives, if you will. It's just, again, it's just my preference on it. And so I will mainly be getting it for that reason if I do end up getting one. I know my girl wants to get a Switch, and I may just tell her, let's just wait to get the Switch too, you know, because why not get the best version, and we'll still be able to play a lot of the games I own digitally on the Switch. So we'll see what happens. I'm like, the one thing that interests me, they did tease basically a Mario Kart game, so that actually has me interested. But as far as anything else, you know, I'm just not, like, I'm just waiting to see what exactly is going to be announced. But we'll find out in April. April will be when April's apparently being a big month of premieres and reveals and shit, because we're getting Season 5, we're getting fucking The Last of Us Season 2, we're going to get more details about the Switch too. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, as far as that goes, any new Pokemon games that are coming out, Vamster, that you're interested in?
All I know is that there's a Legends games coming out.
Oh, there's okay, so that's who's coming? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest. We have, of course, Dragon.
By the way, Dragon.
By the way, Dragon.
Hey, Vamster, where you been?
Been sleeping because y'all been doing stuff at night.
Oh man, I can't help myself, man. I'm a vampire.
I only do it around this time because I think it's a good blend of shit. Like this stream that I know Jester has his stream at 5, and then after that's Rant and Rave. So it's like a good marathon of content on multiple channels.
I know it's an unrelated topic, but I'm saving my money for the next new game, not an old remaster game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like right now, the only games I'm looking forward to right now, WWE 2K25.
I'm gonna say the same thing.
2K25. I know it's a remake, but Metal Gear Solid 3, and then GTA 6. That's literally right now my top 3 games. I do want to play that new Indiana Jones game when it comes out to PS5 in the spring, but as far as anything else, I just don't. There's not really a lot of games coming out right now that really, even that new Naughty Dog game that they revealed that has a lot of backlash. That one doesn't really interest me. It's just a lot of the upcoming games don't pique my interest. I more care about remakes right now. Like I think I told you, Dragon, when I got the PS5, I said, you know what the deciding factor to getting the PS5 was? It wasn't like Resident Evil 4 remake, it wasn't Dead Space. It was fucking when they announced Silent Hill 2 was going to be exclusive to PS5. After that, I was like, I'm getting the PS5. Because I was debating for a while because I really like Game Pass. I like that you could buy games for the Xbox, the original Xbox, the Xbox 360, and be able to play it on the Xbox Series or Xbox One. Not every Xbox 360, Xbox One game or original Xbox, but good amount of them. But like, it was just crazy that, that all that, like, that happened. That was like the deciding factor. The only games I'm looking forward to for PlayStation right now that are coming out or that were coming out at the time was Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. And we got Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. I don't know when the fuck that's coming out. I'm shocked we haven't heard any updates of that besides leaks. So, Dragon, without ragdolling him, what was your thoughts on that? Like, what was your thoughts on said video that I played at the beginning?
You know what's funny? It's like every year, this individual tries to make it a thing to express how he feels about his experience with, certain group of people. In my opinion, I feel like he's doing it because he knows it's going to get him some kind of attention because that's the only way he get like lots of attention. Or 2, he genuinely feels this way and he feels like he wants to relate to people who might be experiencing what he's experiencing. Or 3, he's doing it to troll people.
I think it's 1 and 2 because, like, I genuinely believe. Like, do you believe it's like the whole thing, the satire in his mind?
You know what's funny? Okay, I'll tell you this though. The individual we speak of, he only said it was satire when everyone started attacking him.
I agree because now like
in my opinion, it's like saying this, like not like I say something and I mean it, right? I say it from the heart, and I didn't get the reception that I want. So instead of like saying, instead of saying like, "Oh, y'all prove my point," he make it seem like, "Oh, I was just trolling you guys. I was trying to trigger you guys, and you guys took it seriously." Yet he turns around and say, "Oh, well, y'all guys proved my point in the first place. That's why I make that video in the first place." So something tells me that it wasn't satire. He won't say it was satire because it's a coping mechanism. At least that's how I see it. But in the end of the day, it's actually from the heart, and maybe he wants to believe that what he meant is satire, but deep down inside, he actually means it. Does it make sense?
Yeah, like, it's just the idea that, the biggest crutch against him, damn, I went down on subscribers on my old channel. I went from almost 900 876. But I'd be offended if I made content. And actually, what was the last video I made? I'm curious. I'm gonna go to my channel real quick and see when the last time I made a video. It was around the time before my girl moved in with me. So it was. So it was after she moved in. Interesting. It was like a week or 2 after. So the last video I made was August 7th, 2024 on that channel. That's crazy. By the way, somebody tried to join in. I banned them from coming in. Just FYI, I won't say who.
You don't know?
Yep.
No, I'm not going to. Well, Oh, he's back. Bam. I'll put it in the private chat. Don't say it. It's not the yeah. It's not the not the good one.
Oh no. Anyways, have you expressed your opinions on it or your thoughts?
Well, like he like again, I said this. He needs a workout. Like he clearly, if he wants to be, because like he clearly is not happy, like at least relationship wise, or all that. Because all right, he doesn't have that person to because like I've said this, my girl was very helpful with me last year, just with a lot of things, right? Emotionally and stuff like that. And like, I don't know where I would be if she wasn't in my life, and I say this publicly and I say this to her privately, it's not news to her. I don't know if she's still watching. She may have had to get back to work, but anyway, I love that the first thing she commented was, "Hey, that's my banana." Anyway, what I was saying though was that like with that is that like he clearly craves a woman's affection, woman's touch, and and it's like I'll be honest, like he wasn't like as fortunate as I was. With me, I guess even back when I was in high school, because I still had a girlfriend back when I was in high school, right? And I was 300 pounds at the time. I attend to and I was very shy compared to how I am now. But like I was honestly, the only thing I could attribute to it was my piercing blue eyes. Like, unfortunately, and I'm not a religious person. I'm not going to try to get religious too much on here. But I truly believe God failed him, because genetically, God failed him.
That's not true.
Well,
that's not true.
Well, elaborate.
True, man. No one. You are responsible for your own destiny. If you don't like,
Fair.
if you don't like where you at, that's on you. Because in the end of the day, you have the power to control how you want to live your life. Some people can make excuses saying that, circumstances is preventing me from changing. But how I see it is that some people just want to be handed things.
Yeah, and plus also with me saying God, he could also try to use that as a reason why, because he said about he was raised like that, right? Like we're all like, we may come like how I come from a family of diabetes. I'm not gonna fucking come in here and say that, and luckily, knock on wood, I still don't have it, but the point is that, like with that, it's just the idea of, I've been able to survive without it throughout my life. I don't have a lot of, I don't have any allergic things to things except for nickel for some reason. But I know, my mom was ironic. I was eating a banana earlier. My mom's allergic to bananas. And so my point is regarding all this is that, it's what you do. And two things he really needs to work on is really his personality, his charisma or whatnot, his riz, if you will, and work on the weight. Because I can get away with me because of the fact that I'm not as heavy as him, but I can and have the confidence. But with him, due to as Tom says, looking like Cartman from South Park, and hell, I'll say this: there are probably some girls out there that will fucking. Actually, I'll say this. And here's the other thing I think is a problem. I truly believe there is someone out there for him. I truly believe that there is someone out there for everybody. But here's the problem. I guarantee you, it's not who he would want in a woman.
Hey, can I ask something?
Go ahead.
What if he found someone that actually likes him, right? But what if he has expectations that, okay, you like me, but if you want to be with me, there's 10 requirements. You have to lose that. You have to gain this. You have to lose that. You have to act like this. You have to do this. But her, she doesn't care. How would that work?
Well, to me, as long as
basically
it's
mean like she doesn't care about changes for him, but he wants changes, but she doesn't want changes.
well, like for example, like with my girl, I don't expect any I don't expect her to change. To me, she changed. Like the only change she did was change her whole life by moving in with me, right? That was like the only thing that I would have, and that would have been a change for either one of us if I moved in with her or if she moved in with me. So that's like the only, because that's a big step, right? And with that, other than that, I don't really, like I like there are times where sometimes we will, like, one of us will want the TV at a certain time to play some games or whatnot, and that's fine, right? But like as far as like anything major, like usually when I'll give you a figure this way. When she comes home from work, I make sure that she has a meal prepped. I make sure that she's fucking she comes in, she's loved, all that stuff. I make sure like our dog is taken out. She doesn't have to worry about shit. She don't have to, and she's not asking any of this of me. She's not asking, like, she's not telling me, oh, you better, like, I require you to do all this. I do this just because I want to. And then I let her have the TV because the main TV in the bedroom is where we usually game the most. I could always put one of the, all right. I could put one of the systems in the living room, which I actually may think about doing eventually. Just so that way, if let's say she's playing like COD, right? And I want to play something, I could just go and play Dead Space 2 on the fucking PS3 in the living room. That actually may be something I may actually end up doing. Move where I put the where I move the fucking like the shit, I'm losing my train of thought. The moving the something to the living room to accommodate us and all that, right? Nothing wrong with that.
It started to break in, but if you ever lose your train of thought, don't forget to breathe and relax.
Yes, I know. But yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
That really worked.
Well, it worked for me.
But like my point is regarding all this is that it's a relationships is a two-way street. You got to be able to accommodate both of each other, and and to me, unless you have,
Can I add on something?
Yeah.
I know it may not be common for some people, but sometimes you gotta treat it like a business.
Elaborate, because that's actually an interesting theory.
Okay, I'll elaborate. You know the term business partners?
Yes.
Basically, like, you gotta, like, one party must benefit the other party, vice versa. You know what I mean? At the same time, like, it's like this is the benefit I get when I do this, and vice versa. So it's like y'all gotta like accommodate each other. That's like what you said. It's a two-way street, and both parties must work together. But sometimes one person might want more than the other, and there are times when you gotta fucking sacrifice, or should I say compromise, right? But only when you have to. But don't compromise because that person wants you to compromise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing. You gotta like
and you gotta. Not a business, you gotta invest on each other. But at the same time, when you invest, you literally gotta work instead of want things handed to you. And nowadays, that's what people want. They want things to be handed to them rather than working for it. Because to some people, I don't want to be mean or harsh, but some people are just lazy and they don't want to put in the effort. But the funny thing though, some people are willing to put in the work when there's something on the stakes. Does it make sense? Like, for example, like, you want reward, you gotta work for it. But at the same time, it shouldn't have to be that way. It should be like a natural process. Not forcefully.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's all like another thing I'll say about it's all about compromise, right? Compromise. You got to be able to, compromise in situations like that. You can't just be my way or the highway type shit, right? And
right.
Also I want to add something to this. So I was referring to It's also good to have constructive criticism, not just in relationship, but in life in general.
Also, oh, funny how you say that. Honesty is very important.
Yes, honesty. Like I like again when me and my girl were together, I was honest with her about a lot of things, the good and the bad, and that was something. And even then, my only mistake was I told her certain days when by the time she like moved in, because some days are kind of hard and dragging. I won't go into detail, but I'm referring to some of the things. But like
Yeah.
I was it's something difficult to talk about due to how judgmental people can be. You and I both know how judgmental people are even on the internet, right?
Well, how I see is that a person, depending on who it is, they're not as judgmental because there's repercussion. Well, on the internet, they're 100%, or should I say 110% more judgmental because they ain't gonna get punched in the face.
Yeah, it's how it is. It's like why we have trolls in this community, why we have fake accounts in this community, because for the fact that a lot of people never have to worry about repercussions. Let's be honest here. We have dealt with a lot of different people in this community that have done some horrible shit, said the most awful things in the world, docs, done this, done that, and they're still around. They're like walking around free, right? The only people that really go to jail are the people that fuck up in real life, not really fuck up on the internet, right? And so that goes to everybody. It's no particular people. It's just a generalization of it, because when you can, because I like Dragon may have met in person, right? So it's different because Dragon could be like, oh, well, I could come over there and slap you, right? But like, huh?
That's funny how no, we met in person. It's we didn't just become like real life friends. We just extended our online friendship. That's it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, but like, if I go like, okay, if I go to Dave, if I say David, you're a fucking bitch. You're the cum stain of life. And other stuff. I don't have to worry about shit except maybe David removing me from the stain. I don't have to worry about him coming to my place or going to, I'm gonna press charges on you for all the stuff you said, because I guarantee you most of the fucking cops, they have more important things to deal with, and as long as no one's in immediate danger, they don't give a fuck. That's just a fact. So like that's the whole thing with the internet. You could say whatever the fuck you want on the internet. You got a guy, and I won't say his name, but you got a guy says the N-word 10 times in one single stream, and all he'll get is roasted. But as far as like any ramifications, granted, is saying the N-word a crime that you go to jail? No. But it's just the idea that, you could say whatever the fuck you want to say on the internet, and you could fucking 9 times out of 10, because even okay, for this example, even people who say that they're going to do something to you, if they're going to beat you up, slap you on sight, what have you, they never fucking do it. They just say it, and all that, and they move on. That is just the era we're in, because you are a lot more in people, or in the internet, you can act a lot more tougher on the internet than you are in real life. That's just how it is. Am I the toughest guy around? No, but you don't. But like, I'm not gonna come in like Dragon knows I could take a fucking chop, So it's not like I can't take it. My point is though is that even like I don't portray myself as the toughest guy in the world, but just because I'm fucking I'm not dumb enough to, because again, you never know if you're going to, like, I could go and tell Dragon, oh, Dragon motherfucker, I'm gonna beat you up, Dragon. The fact is that I don't know. Like, before I met Dragon, okay, I'll put it to you like this: before I met Dragon, I don't know his fighting styles, his rituals, like in terms of like how he disciplines himself fighting wise, all this other stuff, just all the fucking stuff outside of just fighting. because there's a lot more fighting than just fucking throwing your fists. Sometimes you could get lucky. A guy could beat the fuck out of you, and all it takes is one punch, and that guy's knocked out cold. You never know what happens until it happens. That's why I always try to tell people who act all big and bad on the internet that you do not know. Doesn't matter the size, doesn't matter the girth, if you will. It doesn't matter any of that. It's the fact that you could say all this stuff and then you get knocked out cold. And then what are you going to do? No one's going to take you seriously anymore. No one. Sometimes even if you say you're going to fight someone, you never do. No one's still going to not take you seriously. That is just the point about that is that it's different when it's out in the open, and if they don't do anything, then because again, I know people on the internet that still get ridiculed because they try to act tough and they never did anything. I still and like if I did that, and and this is why I don't do it, because at this point I'm just a pacifist. I would get physical. Like I've always told people, if we see each other on the fucking streets and you want to go, then I get if you want it that bad, then let's go. But if you try to come to my home or my work or somewhere like that and try shit with me there, that's different. You ain't gonna fuck with my job. You ain't gonna fuck with my life, like my home, what I worked hard to make. You're gonna get two in the back of the head. That's just how it is, especially in Texas. We fucking it's like I would actually be shocked if I say I'm gonna fight somebody and go to their house and they don't have weapons, because shit, I would, like I do. I'm not gonna fuck, and it doesn't call, and you're not gonna call me a bitch for if a guy tries to fight me at my home if I shoot him in the fucking head, because I'm just gonna be real here. It's different when you're especially since I got people to protect. I don't just got myself anymore. I got my dog. I got my other dog. I got my girl.
And 45.
Oh yeah, and the 45. It's just the whole situation with that is like you got to understand that like days of thinking, you just realize some people you peaked in high school. Just realize that you like it ain't high school anymore. Like if you get so bothered, like being shit talked to, I was bothered at one point. Nowadays I laugh, but if I laugh at it nowadays. Like a lot of these people get so mad, and it's funny because again, it's like if you get so bothered on the internet, how the fuck do you work in real life? Like how the fuck does your brain work in real life if you can't even let that, like again, what do you call it? Like I heard the Call of Duty days back on the Xbox Live were fucking chaotic. Nowadays it's pretty chill. I hear some idiots every so often, but usually I don't even talk. I just fucking listen because it's funny. Especially if I shoot the same person multiple times, just because I did that a few times with some people because they were sniping me, and then I'm like motherfucker, so I go and take my fucking take my sniper rifle, start sniping them every time they pop in to the sites, and then I hear them all pissed. I'm like, oh yeah, now you know how I feel. At least I didn't fucking whine about it. But yeah, it's crazy, and we're getting to the end of this episode. We got about 6 more minutes before we wrap up here. I want to promote a few days before we get on. As a reminder, open house will be next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, due to me going to TNA Impact on Thursday, that Thursday and Friday. So just FYI that the open house will be next Wednesday for the next episode. After that, it will be regular on Thursdays. Also, we have the House Files will be returning, I believe, January 30th. I will be that will be mostly my footage from the TNA shows that I attended. Maybe I'll get some footage from Saturday night's main event because I will be there, but I'll be working that shift that day at the event. So I will I will say don't count on it, but if I can't get some footage of the show, I will put that there as well. Other than that, we have that coming up. Of course, Rant Rave tonight on Brandon Martin's channel. Jester and Chains coming up at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on this network. And, of course, the Popcorn Panel Podcast every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next week's episode, we'll be discussing the film Hollow Man and all that good stuff. Also, one more thing before with all the promotion, we have the House Files will debut a new intro, as you saw at the beginning of this show, as well as there will be a sizzle reel from a short film that I did a few years ago that will be premiering on this channel. It's coming up at 4:05 in basically 5 minutes after we end the stream. So that's all the promotion there and the plugs for stuff. Actually, one more thing. Check out the Marks podcast every Saturday night on the House of Rebellion channel. And check out the Dorks podcast, which has me, Dan, and Koopa, where we discuss all things nerdy and dork stuff on the House of Rebellion channel every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. We moved it to Thursdays due to work issues. So, and plus it works out better for me because do the show in the morning, sleep for a little bit, and then do this show right after. So, yeah. Next week's cold open will be a Q&A. Anybody who wants to ask me any questions, you could either do so if you are in the Renegades chat, or if you want to message me privately, or even then leave a question in the comments, and I will answer them next week. After that, the next two episodes are going to be cold opens will be based on the Royal Rumble. We'll have Royal Rumble predictions on the final open house of January. And the first open house of February, we'll be discussing the Royal Rumble fallout. So that'll be discussing what happened at the Rumble, what happened on Raw, and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be in TNA, huh?
Yes, I'll be there. And also next Thursday, not this next week, but the week after, I'll also give my thoughts on what I thought of the show and any crazy shenanigans I got into.
If you see Joe Hendry, are you going to clap along?
Oh, yeah. I thought maybe Jordan Grace would be there, but I don't think I'll be. I don't know because of the fact that because her contract's ending soon, so she'll probably be WWE bound. So I don't know. I wonder if Tessa Blanchard's going to be there. That'll be the first time I've seen her live since 2020. But yeah, and then the Hardys I'll see for the first time since I think 2022. I think when they were in AEW. But yeah, so it'll be a fun time. Again, I paid $30 for the general admission tickets for both nights. $30 for 2 nights. That fucking ain't bad compared to the WWE prices for like even Saturday night's main event. Like the cheapest seat I saw at the Frost Bank Center is the nosebleeds for $60, $70 technically. But yeah, and that's not with ticket fees. So, but yeah. So, yeah, definitely check out all that. Make sure you subscribe and like this video if you have not already. And we will see you all next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then after that, it will be back to the regularly scheduled Thursday show. Unless something comes up at work because rodeo's coming up next month. So that is going to be so maybe some inconsistencies, but we'll see. I'll keep everybody updated once I know more, but I'll know more basically once the schedules come out on the 21st. So with that being said, I'm the House of Chain, or as I like to call myself, Chain 69,000 or 6,900.
69.
We have Vampster and Dragon, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, wait, I gotta wait because I think that intro's not. I was hoping that would end 33 seconds. All right, we're about to end it. I bid you all adieu. Check out the Blood Guardian sizzle reel coming up in a few minutes. But until then, be well, stay safe, and ta-ta for now.